Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for Major League Baseball on Saturday, September 25th, 2021. My name is Steve, and we're going to have 4 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for the Saturday slate of baseball. As always, just want to thank you all for continued support on the channel. If you are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Really helps us grow this channel. Like I said, we're trying to reach 575 here by the end of the week. So appreciate your help out with that. A couple quick announcements. We have a special live stream coming up on Monday Night Football starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. That'll be on September 27th, 2021. That'll be for the game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. So hoping to catch you all at that. So be sure to check that out. We also have our videos out for college football for this week. So I'll post that at the end of this video and also in the description. And also for the NFL as well for tomorrow. So I'll also post that at the end and then in the description as well for that. As far as our comments cappers section, we only have one call out on Thursday, but that was for a game on Friday by Nick Hicks there, called out the Yankees. Assuming he was meaning that for the game on Friday. Yankees did win, so congratulations on that. Great call out. Without further ado, let's get into our results for the last episode. It was not good. We went 0-3. That's obviously not the standard that we want to set here. We've had a lot of great moments on the stream. We've had a lot of winning episodes, but this was not one of them. We had the under 8.5 runs in the Brewers-Cardinals game, and just was not good from the start. Wainwright gave up 4 runs in the first inning. Really expect a lot more from him. He's been a workhorse all year, and he just did not pitch great, at least early on. Then number 2, we had the Giants money line versus the Padres. Giants actually battled back from an early 4-0 deficit, took the lead in the late innings, and this game went into extras, and they finally lost 7-6 in extra innings. And then finally we had the Blue Jays minus 1.5 run line versus the Twins, and they ended up losing 7-2. So what can you do? We get after it today, though, guys. We're going to get that 4-0. I've been really looking forward to this episode ever since Thursday. As in the words of Bart Scott,
can't wait.
So without further ado, let's get right into our picks. So at number 1, we were going with the Washington Nationals. First 5 innings, plus 0.5 run line versus the Cincinnati Reds at minus 110 odds. So we got Fetty here on the mound for the Nationals, 7-9 with a 5.10 ERA. Going up against Gutierrez here of the Reds, 9-6 with a 4.53 ERA. So for Fetty in his last 3 starts, we have 2, 1, and 4 for earned runs. And for Gutierrez, we have 5, 4, and 1 for earned runs. A couple things I really love about this. I don't know if you've been following the Reds lately, but they've been absolutely imploding down the stretch here. Pretty much blew all their chances at a wild card. They were leading the wild card for a long time, most of the year, and now the Cardinals have gone right by them in the standings. So, really, it just has to do with the starting pitching and their lineup has been ice cold. Gutierrez is one of the pitchers that's really disappointed, at least in his last 5 starts. He's 0-2 with an 8.95 ERA in his last 5 starts. He's not gotten beyond the 5th inning. So, obviously, he's really been struggling. And then this lineup, obviously, giving him no help, giving these pitchers no help. Reds 28th in runs in the last 30 days. So, that obviously is not going to get it done. And then on the other side, here for the Nationals. Nationals are 8th in runs in the last 30 days with a 264 batting average. I didn't mention the Reds' 226 batting average. So, Nationals' bats have been pretty solid. And as far as for Fetty's actually been fairly decent here in his last 2 starts. 10 innings pitched, 3 earned runs in his last 2 starts. He's 3-1 with a 5.05 ERA in his last 7 starts, which is okay, not great. But still has the edge right now over Gutierrez and the Nationals in general. And honestly, is this coincidence that Gutierrez is pitching so bad after having a pretty strong year most of the year, and he's pitching bad now that the Reds are imploding? It's not coincidence to me. I think, when you have the great season that the Reds have and you watch your playoff hopes just start slipping away game by game, I think it has an effect on the focus and on the inspiration of the players. I really do. I don't think it's coincidence at all. I think this is like a domino effect where one thing is affecting the other, and just the lack of focus right here from the Reds. Really disappointing, honestly. Kind of wanted to see the Reds in the playoffs. Well, what can you do? I love it there for our number one pick, though, guys. Take it there. Nationals plus 0.5. First 5 innings run line versus the Reds at minus 110 odds. Okay, and at number 2, we're rolling with the New York Yankees. First 5 innings money line versus the Boston Red Sox at minus 105 odds. So we got Nestor Cortes here on the mound for the Yankees. 2-2 with a 2.79 ERA. Going up against Nick Pivetta. 9-7 with a 4.63 ERA. So for Cortes in his last 4 starts, we have 3, 1, 2, and 1 for earned runs. And for Pivetta, we have 3, 1, 4, and 4 for earned runs. So, a couple things I really like about this bet. I was reading an article today about how Nestor Cortes is the unsung hero of the Yankees. And I found myself honestly agreeing with it. He has been probably the Yankees' most consistent starter in their lineup as far as starting pitchers goes, and that includes Garrett Cole as well. I've seen Garrett Cole give up a lot of runs in a few starts, and Cortes really has been very solid in most of his starts. Giving up maybe 1 to 2 runs, doesn't get let up. Has really done a solid job, and that includes recently here as well. Cortes 2-1 with a 2.88 ERA in his last 7 starts. So he's really just been riding pretty much consistency all year, which you'll love to see. And then on the other side for Pivetta, he's been okay. I mean, his ERA is, to me, very, mediocre to unimpressive. 4.63 on the year. His last 7 starts, 1-2, 4.83 ERA, so right on pace with what he normally does. The last time Pivetta pitched against the Yankees, he pitched 1.2 innings, giving up 4 earned runs. And, this Yankees lineup is very dangerous. They have a lot of big bats in that lineup, including Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge, Joey Gallo, Anthony Rizzo. They have a lot of big names in that lineup that can hit the ball out of the park at any moment, and I think they're going to have a great chance here against Pivetta. And I think Cortes is going to be really solid here for the Yankees. He's been solid, like I said, all year. I have a lot of confidence in him running, coming in here. The Yankees won the first game of this series. The Bats started the series out right as well. Giancarlo Stanton hitting a 3-run homer last night. I enjoy seeing that, especially him. He's one of the bigger bats to me in the lineup that has to have it going on. So that's a great sign there for the Yankees. So I love it there for our number 2 pick, guys. Take it there. Yankees, first 5 innings, money line versus the Red Sox at minus 105 odds. Okay, and at number 3, we are going with the under 4 runs in the first 5 innings of the Marlins-Rays game at minus 115 odds. So we got Sandy Alcantara here on the mound for the Marlins, 9-13 with a 3.05 ERA. Going up against Shane McClanahan of the Rays, 9-6 with a 3.51 ERA. So Alcantara, 2-3 with a 1.75 ERA in his last 7 games, which I really like that, obviously. McClanahan, 4-2 with a 3.05 ERA in his last 7, so I like that as well. Alcantara is really the thing that drew me to this bet initially, because I know the Marlins lineup is not very good to begin with. I know they're not going to score runs pretty much with whoever's on the mound. Marlins lineup has been pretty poor all year. They're 29th in runs in the last 30 days, obviously continuing that pace that they've had all year. They've pretty much been near the bottom of baseball. And the Rays lately, their lineup is obviously very good. They score a lot of runs. They're a very talented lineup. But the last 15 days, the Rays are tied for 13th in runs, which doesn't scare me quite as much. Over the last 30 days, though, they are tied for 5th. So I love the recent little, I wouldn't even call it, just a little sluggish for them. 13th in runs last 15 days. I like that. That's kind of like an added bonus. I think Alcantara honestly has a lot of talent. He's just not on a great team that can give him run support. I mean, you see that 1.75 ERA in his last 7 starts. It's very good. I think we could definitely cash this under here. I don't see the Marlins scoring any runs, honestly, in the first 5 innings. 0 to 1 runs here for the Marlins. And as far as for the Rays, I think Alcantara could definitely hold them to 2 or less for sure. So I love it there for our number 3 pick. under 4 runs in the Marlins-Rays game at minus 115 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we are rolling with the over 8.5 runs in the Pirates-Phillies game at minus 115 odds. So we got Ranger Suarez here on the mound for the Phillies, 6-5 with a 1.6 ERA. Going up against Crow of the Pirates, 4-7 with a 5.77 ERA. So for Suarez on his last 3 starts, we had 2, 2, and 1 for earned runs. And for Crow, we have 1, 3, and 7 for earned runs. So, I know what you're thinking off the top. You're like, well, Suarez has got a pretty solid ERA there, Steve. I mean, are you sure you want to take this over? Yes. Suarez is typically a pitcher that's not going to pitch super deep into games, although he has been getting to the 6th inning lately. Most of the year, though, he's been struggling to get to that point. Normally he pitches 5 innings or less. That means we're going to see that Phillies bullpen. And well, how's that Phillies bullpen been lately? The 23rd in baseball in bullpen ERA the last 30 days. And the Pirates are 22nd in bullpen ERA the last 30 days. So both these bullpens really struggling. Pirates have been struggling all year, though. They have not had a good bullpen all year. And then as far as runs go, Phillies one of the hotter teams in baseball in runs scored. Phillies tied for 3rd in runs. The Pirates are 20th in runs last 30 days. The Pirates at 20th is actually a significant improvement for them. They've been near the bottom of baseball all year, so them getting to 20th is actually a big improvement for them. And then we got, the big thing that gets me, comboed with all this stuff is Crow. Crow is capable of almost cashing us this over by himself. He had a start where he gave up 7 runs. Gives up 7 this time. We're going to be just 2 away. I think 8.5 is a little too low for this over-under. I think we're definitely going to cash this over, that Phillies lineup. Other bets in this game that you should, could consider taking is obviously the minus 1.5 on the Phillies. Didn't love the odds payout. Odds were a little too juiced for me. So I'm like, I'll roll with the over. I think both these teams can give up runs, especially with the bullpens. And then Crow, obviously, could get super loose. So I love it there for our 4th and final pick. Take their over 8.5 runs in the Pirates-Phillies game at minus 115 odds. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks for today. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Really helps us grow this channel. If you guys have a favorite play for the day or any other thoughts on Major League Baseball, please be sure to drop that down below in the comment section. If you put a pick down below with odds, we'll be sure to include that in our comment capper section as well. If it hits, so if you have a pick down below that hits, we'll include that in our comment capper section. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you next time here for another episode. Until then, peace out.